Starting of the stream. All right, Dead Man's Hand time. Oh, this is a completely wrong deck list. Which one are we playing right now? We are doing We are going with a little bit of this. No, Dead Man's Hand. Let's see. Whoa. Okay. And this is a reasonable hand to start, I think. With this a silly little bit of a deck. We do need the actual picture though. We want a screenshot. And we do nothing on our first turn. And we are going to go ahead and change the deck list right now to, to something a little bit more appropriate. Game plan with this deck is very much win through fatigue, which is probably not the most exhilarating all the time, but it could be a little fun. I've seen some people have some ridiculous amounts of fun with this deck, so that is good. Oh boy. Coining out what? And coining out some more 1/1s. I think honestly, against the deck that we're going, that we're playing, that we're going up against, I think we could be in a good situation. We're gonna have lots of AOE's. This deck list does only run one brawl, so we only get one draw here. It looks like. Oh my goodness, we're getting 3 draws. And that is surprising, or at least let's call it 2. There's no guarantee that there's going to be a third, obviously. We could do multiple draws right now, though. I kind of like that idea. We can get multiple draws out of the way right now. Sleeping with Fishies, we get the one hit, we get the second one. We also get that draw, and that's going to be a nice play for next turn. So I kind of like the idea of slamming down the Blood Mage just for extra cycling. More than anything else. And of course then with this deck we also have the Skulking Geist, which synergizes negatively with our Whirlwinds, but honestly that's not really too much of a concern for us. Much like, there are issues here. Oh, there we go. There's one of our, that's part of our win condition showing up right now, so that's nice. Scourgelord is nice. We get a bunch of AoE in. We will punch through that taunt. We're not really expecting many more taunts to be coming our way. At least I don't think, at least not right now. Our opponent's already played both Righteous Protectors. So I think we could be okay for eliminating the Steward Darkshire. And if not, well, yeah, there's going to be that. That's... Okay, well, our opponent wants to draw, so that kind of works for our game plan here. We've drawn a little bit fast here. And if our opponent wants to draw with us, I'm totally okay with that as well. Ooh, that's an interesting play. Unfortunately, we have no more draws to be doing here. Do we want to burn one Cold Light? What's our opponent at? It goes 8-9. We go 9, we go 8-9 as well. I think we'll wait. We'll see if we can't fatigue our opponent, or at least mill our opponent one card. If we're gonna actually be doing the Cold Light before our before we actually go ahead for our cycling into the late game. That was actually really strange that our opponent actually opted for the Divine Favor. I feel like it was almost obvious as to what it is that we were playing there. But that's okay. Whoa. And then this will be okay as well. Let's just change some of that there. We don't want this. There we go. And now we're fully ready to get going. Okay. Yeah, our opponent's got a... Oh, this is not ideal for us. We're just simply kind of out of things. We can leave that. I mean, I feel like we can attack here in armor. We'll take this 2 damage, and if this does get buffed, it can get executed. I mean, whether or not we want to cycle and execute, I mean, we have 1 Dead Man's Hand, but once we get our second one, then we have to think about doing more cycling. Until that point, there's no point in really worrying about it, I don't think. Otherwise, we're just going to be looking for, we're looking for more cycle at this point. We have another Acolyte in our deck. We have the Battle Rages, which are at least activated for 1 draw right now. Like, obviously, if the ideal, we top deck like an Acolyte. We play it, we break this. Well, there we go. Blessing of Kings. We take a bit to the face, but then we also just execute this down, so that's nice. I think that was probably the Blessing of Kings that our opponent was hovering over their own. Well, that's just more annoying than anything. Do we want to draw off of this? I feel like we kind of do. Battle Rage is also kind of something good to do. So we'll just go ahead and do that. Acolyte is also something nice to do, but this needs to get executed. So I feel like that's going to be more important. Return that to hand. Oh, well. And then we'll just go ahead and armor up here. And we'll just say go. Because our opponent's up to a high amount of cards. Maybe we could have thought about setting up some sort of mill there. But maybe we'll be able to set up a mill for this coming turn. We're definitely not going to Dead Man's Hand yet. Because I think we'll be able to... Oh, boy. Oh, boy, indeed. Shield block could be good. Or are we going to burn? We're going to burn cards now if we do it this way. Do we need to do Whirlwind first? Let's shield block first and see what we get. That's our second Dead Man's Hand. We almost could Dead Man's Hand now. I don't think we're supposed to, because we're only supposed to want to Dead Man's Hand our best cards, I believe, is how we talk about it. I don't think we would want a Dead Man's Hand Scourgelord. We would like the Brawl, to be honest. Having a second Brawl against Paladin with so many cards would be good. I don't think we need the Acolyte, but getting the extra Cold Light, absolutely. How many cards is that going to be? We can't even slam down the Acolyte right now because we're just full on cards. So maybe we just get rid of this. We throw out that Whirlwind. We'll get rid of this. We'll AoE that down. This can definitely draw us too many cards, so we're stuck not doing a Sleep with the Fishies. Maybe. Maybe not. But I feel like this is going to be okay. Maybe then this coming turn we'll try and activate Scourgelord. Maybe we can go Scourgelord, Dead Man's Hand. Yeah, that seems reasonable. The 4 attack gets rid of both of our opponent's minions here, so that'll be a good thing for us. Oh, that's less ideal, but... Speaking of less ideal, that's going to be quite a bit of damage we're taking right now. How do we do this then? I mean, we can do Scourgelord. AoE, which is not ideal. We can do Scourgelord, hit. Sleep with the Fishies doesn't do enough. Yeah, we're not going to have enough armor if we go ahead for the Scourgelord play right now. Our opponent's also not getting milled if all we do is the Cold Light. The Brawl, I think we need to save or Dead Man's Hand, which, again, we don't want to do yet. Especially since our opponent is obviously running buffs. That's going to be a little bit suboptimal. If we burn our Brawl, I think we're just in way too much trouble right now. I wonder where we went wrong. I feel like we went wrong earlier on in this game. Because I feel like this is almost a lost cause here. Maybe we'll just do it this way. Maybe we have to go. Maybe this is the winning play here. Because we still clear out a few of our opponent's minions and a few of our opponent's things. Even if our armor and our overall health total is a little bit lower. A little bit below what we were hoping it would be when we activate here. Knowing that we have only 1 shield block left. Yeah, we'll see. There's still a chance here for this game, obviously. Especially with our opponent taking that draw off of that Divine Favor. I think the Divine Favor is going to have more to do with... It's going to have more to do with us having a chance at being successful here as much as anything. Yeah, that's a scary card. There's no doubt about it. Oh, there's an Execute as well. How good... How good would that be? We can do this. This is 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe that's reasonable. We shuffle things back into our deck. The issue is... Yeah, the issue is we have something like Bring It On, but Bring It On's fine. Having extra Bring It On is fine for the late game so that we survive. And then I wonder if we do Bring It On now, because we're emptying most of our opponent's... We're emptying most of our opponent's board here. So maybe that's reasonable. Okay, well, Dead Man's Hand... Do we want the Acolyte, though, even shuffled back in? And I'm going to say no, because that's going to be way too slow. We'll Dead Man's Hand this. We will hit here. We're going to attack in this way. And then we're going to execute our friend Tyrion. Knowing full well that we are taking quite a bit of damage. But it's also good that we have these extra cold lights. We're going to be able to burn some cards here. Oh, hey, Luke. Thanks, I'm glad I'm streaming too. How's it going, man? I've been loving the streaming though, to be honest with you. Streaming's been super fun. It definitely a deck like this is as much as like I love these control decks, like this is the extreme of control fatigue. I don't know how much I would do this on my own necessarily. But overall the streaming's been a blast. I wonder if we're still in trouble here. That could be scary. We're going to get at least one draw. I mean, we're going to have to Bring It On here just to get some armor back as much as we don't want to. Oh, there's an Execute. Execute something, at least. Public Defender's also something. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We can burn a couple cards from our opponent, but how high do we get then? Yeah, this is a hard deck. Yeah, I totally agree. This is a super hard deck. I'm definitely going to take a few games before I get the hang of it. And I have a couple different lists actually here ready to go. I have 2 different deck lists. One of them has N'Zoth. But yeah, this one I definitely feel like I've made at the very least, a few misplays along the way. It doesn't tell me how many cards got discounted. That's all right. Do we want a Dead Man's this? We can go 8 and 9 again, so that'll be pretty good. I should have done my AoE ahead of time. That's an oops. Oh, we've got a lot of Bring It On right now. Oh, we actually can Dead Man's now because we have both in hand. We'll go ahead and do that. We've got a bunch of brawls now. Only one more Oracle, but that's okay. And I think I'll hang on to the weapon. Especially in the event that this ends up being those weren't as good burns as we were hoping for, to be honest. Those were definitely not the those were not the ideal. Consecrates. Those are okay, I guess. That's an okay turn. We'll see what else happens here. Couple Bring It Ons. Oh, that's a cool card. That is not a card we see every single day. This is also not this is also not a good spot for us to be in. We could burn some brawls. Maybe we don't want to. Are we going to Bladestorm first? I think we can Bladestorm first. There we go. Redemption. Yeah, that's something that's going to happen. We can brawl. We can spend 1 brawl, I think, and then Public Defender afterwards. I think that's almost reasonable. It really sets us up to getting Did we just see? Yeah, we honestly, I did. I saw. Yeah, that's weird. That's true, Luke. Yeah, we have seen a few Guardians of the Kings lately. I don't know why. Oh, that's the worst one for us to see, isn't it? We're gonna have to hope that. Let's just hope that we don't get taken out. That is weird that we've seen 2 Guardians of the Kings. Maybe they're making a comeback and we didn't even know. Blessing of Kings. We've got that execute. We got an execute, so that's good. I think, is this our last execute now? Or have we shuffled one? Yeah, maybe this card's making a comeback and we didn't even know that. How much did that heal? Does he not tell us if it's full? This is fine. We have a whole bunch of health here. Oh boy, Skulking Geist. I can't imagine this hurts our opponent that much. So maybe we don't play it. Or maybe we do just play it. We burn one of our Whirlwinds, but honestly, we don't want Whirlwind anymore. We have Whirlwinds. Oh, let's see what else we got. Getaway Kodo and Lost in the Jungle. That's cool. Those are both cards that we got rid of from our opponent. And then we'll gain some armor. We'll give our opponent some Emperor Thaurissan activation. The only reason why I'm comfortable doing that, really, is because we have the Brawl. Is because we know if our opponent now, they have all these super cheap cards in their hand, they just flood the board, we can just Brawl it all away, which is very nice. And if they're slightly weaker minions, then we can go ahead and Hero Power into Sleep with the Fishies. There we go. There's that equality. Ooh, getting equality with this Hero Power would be a little bit busted. Obviously not something that ever gets to happen. Oh my goodness. That's a big minion, indeed. Does it tell me how much it came down for? It just came down for 5? I don't believe you. How do we do this now? We have one more Cold Light in our deck. Oh, this 5 health is really, really awkward, isn't it? Like, am I just going to eat that and then bring it on? I think so. Oh my. We can almost play everything out here. I mean, this, yeah, you know what? Sleep with the Fishies is awkward. I feel like we got to do this as bad as this is. Like, I don't like this play, but I think, like, it might be the best thing that we have going. We can bring it on here. We've got a few top decks that are very reasonable. Yeah, we'll just say go at this point. Our opponent's basically out of cards. The Cold Lights are going to add up really, really quickly. There might be some dead cards in our opponent's deck. Like if they have, oh my goodness, what is the 8 mana? The 8 mana draw 3 cards, heal. Like our opponent might just simply have dead cards right now. Oh boy, here we go. Justice. Public Defender, I'll take it. Sleep with the Fishies. Do we need to shuffle a Public Defender? I think not. And we'll just say go here. Maybe we do need to play the Cold Light sooner than later, actually. Oh, this could be bad. That looks like it could be bad. Okay, that's not honestly not as bad as it could have been. And we saved one of the Sleep with the Fishies, which is nice. We do have one Dirty Rat in the deck. Not necessarily sure why. Oh, we've got to play one of these now. Or we do this first. I think we'll Blade Storm first. I changed my mind. We're not going to. We need to find some cards right now. And we have one more Brawl, so we could honestly Dirty Rat Brawl. I ain't talking. Not on my watch. How much does this clear right now? This clears quite a bit if we just go Blade Storm, Sleep with the Fishies, right? It clears a lot of our stuff, admittedly, but it's not even that strong. It sure does clear out a lot of our opponent's big minions, though, especially the Guardian of the Kings, to be honest. And that's really like the biggest threat at this point. I don't know what else. Maybe our opponent should have a Rag, right? Like our opponent should have one more Ragnaros. This is our last Cold Light. That's going to be a bit of damage. If we don't find some of our other Bring It Ons, which I think we have 2 of in the deck, in our deck, we've shuffled back in. We have a shield block still in here, I think. I wonder, would I Dead Man's Hand right now? Yeah. Oh, we really need some help right now, don't we? Hey, bring it on. There we go. We're feeling pretty good. We can definitely... would we Dead Man's now? I think we can. I don't think the game's going to go much longer. So I think we're okay here. We'll AoE. We'll bring it on. And we can... we'll hang on to Sleep with the Fishies. Let's draw a couple more cards here. And we got another Sleep with the Fishies, so it doesn't matter that much. And this is armor as well. And our opponent's fatigue is basically just racking up like crazy right now. Hey, One Girl, how's it going? We're just enjoying a little bit of fatigue. A little fatigue. Dead Man's Hand Warrior here. It looks like we might pull out a win. As surprising as this looks right now. Our opponent's going to have a lot of healing, but they're already at 5 fatigue. So... we should be able to pull this one out. We can Sleep with the Fishies first. I don't even know if this matters at this point. We should draw. And this is our last Cold Light. So the question is, our opponent takes 6, 7, and 8. 7 and 8 is 15, 20. The chances of drawing another dead man's, I think this is okay. Yeah, this is definitely a hard deck to play. There's no doubt about that. Our opponent takes the 5 and the 6. We will draw once more dead man's. And then we're just gonna say go. And our opponent's taking a 7. Maybe we misplayed that there. Horsemen, I doubt that the horsemen are going to end up mattering. Our opponent's just going all in here. I mean, they have to with the heals and everything. Bring it on next turn, or do we lose? Well, we're not going to lose this turn now. Dead man's. I think we just guarantee a board clear here, right? Like, there's no reason to do anything fancy. Dead man's, and then we can gain our 10 armor afterwards, just so we have a better chance of drawing into it again. So now there's 2 Bring It Ons in here. This deck is just really forcing me to pay attention. What else is in our opponent's hand? Probably some sort of draw stuff, right? Some sort of draw. Oh boy. So our opponent can't do any more damage to us, can they? Yeah, I think we misplayed that along the way there. We should have been able to... I should have saved one of the extra Cold Lights for shuffling. Deal 3. Draw. Well played. Yeah, we definitely misplayed somewhere along the lines there. But, you know what? We'll take that quick win. Well, that wasn't quick. Who am I kidding? That was like a 20-minute game. That's the opposite of a quick game. But we'll just go again. So I have this deck list, and I have one more with N'Zoth. And I think I'll do both. We'll do both today. Because I have a few hours at least to keep going here. And we'll see. We'll try this one out for a few hours. Hunter? I don't know how Hunter's going to work here. We'll probably get run over. We'll see. What do we want? We don't want any of these things, right? That Bring It On is very, very interesting inclusion. Battle Rage, Public Defender. What Death Rattles am I using, Luke? I am using N'Zoth, obviously, as the summoning. And then I'm using the 3/6 Beasts. I'll definitely play that deck next. Like, that's the only other thing I'll probably play. Do we want a Public Defender now? Or just armor? I'll play this. In the no, I was going to say maybe expecting our opponent to hero power and attack in. If they adapt, yeah, adapting into poisonous is obviously the worst thing. Oh, boy. I think the only death rattles that I'm playing are the 3/6 taunts, though, Luke. The 3/6 warrior beasts. We'll just go with the shield block because we want the armor. Dead Man's Hand. We do not want to be seeing that right now. I can't remember off the top of my head. We'll check it out in a little bit. Oh, that's not excellent. Did we just lose? Maybe we can top deck a whirlwind. Brawl's gonna save us next turn, but it might be too late. Yeah, Luke, I'll double check in a second. I'll definitely be playing it later. But the taunts for sure, because they put more cards into your deck, which is great for this whole fatigue plan. And then they come back with N'Zoth, which is also great. And I can't remember if there's anything else. I mean, if there was like Sylvanas, I would throw her in, but she's obviously been gone now for a long time. Oh, this is not great. Okay, so we want this one in the center. We want Tabby Cat to survive because we have to brawl now. And that kind of stinks because this is going to be our only brawl. And hopefully not Wind Fury. Oh boy. Might be playing Mountain Fire Armor. Oh, Whirlwind is going to be better. Whirlwind and Fishies. This is a much better result, I would think. And then we'll armor up. And the issue is our armor is going to be negated by our opponent's hero power a lot of the turns. So we might honestly be in a bit of trouble right now. Oh boy. I feel like that's going to need an execute because if our opponent slams down a Savannah Highmane, we're in big trouble. But then the issue is we do not have an execute for the Savannah Highmane. But I think honestly our hand is forced here. Mountain Fire Armor, I'm not familiar. Is that someone's deck? Or is that like the... Oh, Bear Shark. Excellent. Slam, can't use it. Excellent. Oh, we're in trouble here. I don't want to use my last sleep with the Fishies when our opponent has such a big hand. Oh, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. We have a little bit of early game. We basically mulligan hard for the Armor Smiths all the time. Oh, right. Oh, 4/3, gain 6 armor, death rattle. Yeah. I definitely have seen people doing that. Well, this is absolutely awful for us. How do we even survive to next turn without playing Bring It On? Can't even slam the Divine Shield off. I mean, we could Brawl. But even Brawl is not going to save us at this point necessarily. Slamming this down doesn't really help us. Maybe we got a Blood Mage and win the Brawl. Yeah, I just don't like Bring It On, right? I mean, Bring It On lets us survive another turn, maybe? This might just be a lost. Actually, I mean, we have 67% chance of doing okay here. Because this, at the very least, yeah, we can attack. Although our opponent has 5 on board, Hunters will probably be able to burst us down now. Oh, well. Oh, well. Yeah, historically, Warrior, I think, struggles a little bit more with Hunter. Yeah, kill command. That happens. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Actually, I wonder, can we look at the other... Oh, you know what? I'm looking at the deck list. I don't have that card in my N'Zoth version, but you know what? Maybe I should. I like the sound of it. Maybe we'll try and find some space for it later. Mountain Fire Armor. Ooh, yeah, that was a rough game. Falcon Rossi, hey, how's it going? We're just doing a little 20-minute Hearthstone games here with the Dead Man's Hand Warrior decks. Whirlwind. We don't want really any of these things. Man, maybe a whirlwind. Maybe a whirlwind, actually. I don't mind a whirlwind. Public Defender could also be good. Armor Smith is obviously the best thing we can be doing. Ooh, Firefly. So we're expecting this to be one of those more aggressive. I mean, we had the 1, 2, 3, 4 right now, so that's something. We're expecting this to be one of those more aggressive aggro style rogues. Half expecting to throw out a whirlwind right now. I'll just hit him. I'll just throw out the Public Defender, I think. Ooh, that's a lot of tiny little minions. Oh, maybe we just Acolyte. How bad is it to Acolyte, to coin out an Acolyte? I think very. And, yeah. So I think the reasoning is, for next turn, if we need to coin anything out, I'd rather coin out the Razor Blood so we don't fall super behind on board. Couldn't do it. How pathetic. Yeah, this is actually really, really bad for us. But now we have the access to the Razor Blood, which is going to allow us to kill no minions except our own, and also the Pirate, which at least is something. And then next turn we'll be able to slam down the Acolyte and eat one of the Death Rattle AoE, and then maybe also Whirlwind, depending what else our opponent plays here. I think that's basically the game plan. That's the game plan for this 20-minute game that we're, the first, 5 minutes of this 20-minute game that we're planning on playing here. This is, yeah. That's okay. We can, Battle Rage would have been very nice, but I'll actually just burn the Whirlwind as opposed to the weapon, because there's no need for us to attack face. And that's obviously why our opponent didn't want to do anything else there, because they saw that we had the weapon. But this is probably better. Guarantees at least 2 draws off of Acolyte. Well, I mean, likely 2 draws off of Acolyte. Maybe our opponent plays something crazy, like Stampede and Kodo. Not that I expect them to, but, there's always that chance. And then also, we talked about it in the first game. Last game was a wash. But in the first game there, where we saw that... Ooh, Battle Rage is going to be excellent. Where we saw that, we don't want to be dead man's handing weaker cards like Whirlwind, like Battle Rage. We can just go ahead and attack here every single time. We're at 7. We'll just cycle back to 7 with a little bit more draw and a little bit of armor gain, which is always nice against more aggressive decks. And we'll see. We shall see how this ends up going. Maybe your opponent's scared to play stuff because they know where to see. Whoa. Yeah, we'll see how that ends up working. Leroy time. Interesting. Is it time for some Shadow Steps? What's going on? Shadow Step. Really? Okay, well, we're just going to go ahead and gain, like, a ton of armor, I think. Armor. Made to fit. I like this idea quite a bit right now. Oh, I should have gone face, right? Oh, misplay. That's at least a little bit of armor there, right? So our opponent has 2 executes. It's not as big of a deal. Or 2, Oh, we should have thrown out the other Acolyte. We got misplays for days here. We'll just armor to make it seem like it wasn't a huge misplay. To make it seem like we knew what we were doing all along. Whoa. Yeah. This is, yeah, maybe our opponent was setting up for that double Evis sort of thing. Realizing that we have way too much armor. Can we even do this? We go down to 7, then go 7, 8, 9. I think we're just going to... Do we slam ourselves? Because then Battle Rage is a bit worse. Let's gain a little armor here. See what happens with this card. We can Dirty Rat stuff. We can Dirty Rat into an Execute. Oh, if Execute was 1. Is there a better way? Do we even need to execute that? Yeah, I think we should. I don't want to, but I feel like we should. And we get one more draw. Ooh, Skulking Geist. And now this also sets up, now we can use the Death Rattle on our own Acolyte of Pain. And we're kind of just, again, stalling out our opponent. I don't know what's in their hand that they're not doing anything right now. Like, if it's an aggressive rogue, they have to realize they're going to run into problems with us in the long run. Especially if they're just letting us draw our entire, like, deck the way that we've been doing. All these turns, we've had multiple draws, big armor gains, which has been nice to stabilize after our aggressive rogue kind of took control of things there. But that's okay. Now, here we go. There we go. That's a turn. Cold Light, hello. And the issue is our opponent's kind of low on cards, so I don't know that I want to be giving him too many cards. So, with that in mind, do we just Battle Rage Skulking Geist? I think we can Battle Rage for one. Oh, Shield Block's a pretty nice one, too. Do we get anything? One Cold Blood, so that's good. Our opponent only runs one Cold Blood? Destroy all one-cost spells in both decks and hands. Only one Cold Blood in our opponent's deck. Did they already play one? Am I forgetting something? Probably. To be honest, probably. Very interesting, though, here. Opponent played very slowly for a while. And now, continuing to play slowly, but I don't know what would be in their hand. Like, they're probably not Arcane Giants because they're far too minion-based, having South Sea Captain and the Bone Mare. Like, I don't know what else they would be having. And we're getting pretty close down to the end of our deck. So, I mean, we already have one Dead Man's Hand. Probably don't want to cycle an Acolyte. Probably only want to cycle one Bring It On. Although, because our opponent's deck is so minion-heavy, maybe we don't want to have them flood. Oh, there's a Shadow Step. We knew Shadow Step was coming. We knew it was coming, and that's okay. One Shadow Step out of the way. We could draw into a Sleep with the Fishes. That's a pretty high percentage play. Let's see what we get first. Armorsmith. Gain a couple armor here. Gain a couple armor. Get a draw. There's that Sleep with a Fishy. So if we held back the Armorsmith, we could have cleared the board. But honestly, maybe it's going to be better that we kind of a little bit more reserved with our resources. Because this is our last Blood Razor. Not our last Sleep with the Fishes. This is our first one. I'm going to get a headache from playing this deck if I keep thinking so much. These are, I don't know. I'm just so scared of the Bring It Ons. Even though our opponents already played their Leroy. So they're not going to be able to do crazy combos. I still suspect that we, there's going to be 2 Evis in our opponent's deck right now that we, have to be, if not worried about, at least aware of. So, interesting. Also, our opponent always goes and takes out the Armorsmiths. Opponent really doesn't want us gaining a whole ton of armor. Which kind of makes sense. Hey, there's the Prince. Didn't want to play that earlier. Oh, give me those draws. Yes. Yes. Ooh, a Brawl. A Brawl, they say. I don't even need a Brawl, do I? I don't need a Brawl because we're going to go... Oh, wait, what do we want a Dead Man's Hand right now? Only one? Oh, no, wait, we don't have both Dead Man... Oh, we do have both Dead Man's Hand. So we don't want to throw in Blood Mage. Oh, boy. This is going to be 4. This is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think that's a very reasonable play. And the question is, do we want to copy our Blood Razor? I think, yeah. But not the Blood Mage. So we're going to Dead Man's now. That was a big shuffle. We're back up to almost even with our opponent. And we get to sleep with the fishies. Since we know we have one more, should I just burn this? Yeah, like why wouldn't we, right? Because this fully clears the board. There's no more shenanigan. There's no more chance for shenanigan actions from our opponent. That was pretty good. That was a pretty good little turn. Oh, South Sea Deckhand. Look how mean you are. Oh my goodness. We're kidding about being mean. What the heck? Well, we sure can bring it on right now. Opponent still has a lot of cards. That's a problem. Oh boy. Can make these cards cost nothing. This is a problem, except for the fact that we have 30 armor in our hand that we can play all of. Do we burn the execute? We have another execute in our deck at this point. Yeah, we can execute. Do we do 2? We're going to armor up. And the question is, would we ever Cold Light Oracle here? I don't think now that we have no mana left. I should have done it earlier maybe, or basically never. There we go. Back up to 30 health. And we didn't give our opponent too many reductions. Only these 2 cards are massively reduced. So if they can do crazy combo things, then we're in trouble. Otherwise, kind of fine. What do we want to top deck right now? I don't know. Probably more Cold Lights. That's also pretty good. I will play our Death Knight now. And this gets replaced, so it should Death Rattle, right? That's cool. And I'll take that damage, because we got a bunch more health. Oh, we should have... No, we got to do nothing now. And we have the Brawl for if and when our opponent goes crazy trying to flood the board again, because like I said, I really think that this is going to be a more minion-based deck, rogue deck that we're playing. So these are the 2 discounted cards still. Our opponent did not play them there, so that's also good to kind of look out for. Oof. Do we bother attacking into this? Maybe. We can afford one of the Cold Lights right now, because if we get our other Dead Man's Hand right now, I think we play it, right? Oh, yes. Maybe this is honestly being too aggressive, like I should have slow played this. But maybe that's also okay. So now we have another Cold Light there. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and do that. And we're out of Bring It Ons. We've got a bunch of Brawls now back in our deck, which is nice. And we have one more weapon in our deck, so we've really built up our resources. And we still have good ways to be... There's a backstab, so that's unfortunate for us. Little Swashbuckler's always cute. 4 into the 5. We don't want to Bring It On. These are the discounted cards. These are the new cards. Well, this is honestly... Like, I don't even need to worry about attacking 2. Maybe I do. Our opponent could have 2 Eviscerates. Opponent's played no Eviscerates. That's 8 damage. This is then 1, 2... never mind. This is only 2, 4, 5. 5 plus the 8. 13. We're getting kind of close to... getting lethaled out. I don't want a Cold Light right now. Would we ever sleep with the fishies? I think that's kind of silly. We can wait. I think we can afford to wait 1 turn here. Waiting 1 turn is fine, I think. Especially because we do have the Bring It Ons. Oh my goodness, Luke, you're so right. Thank you. He won't have Evis because he's playing... how do you say it? Keleseth. Thank you. Oh, I'm way off my Hearthstone game now. Thank you. That's a good point. Yeah, I really have that month off, basically, of traveling really Really set me back on how this is, this deck basically evolved during September and became popular. I totally forgot about that. That's how that card works. Thank you for that. Oh, that's terrifying. But luckily allows me to clear now with our weapon. Is there a better way to do this? We just attack and then just hero power, new hero power. Yeah, if we had our other dead mans, I would be tempted to just like cycle again, but we are now limited with what draw we actually have. I think we can go ahead and do this. No, I agree. Yeah, he shouldn't have played the Naga next to the taunt. This was definitely a misplay. This was a huge misplay on our opponent's part. And now the question is, do we want to give our opponent more resources or do we want to get a little armor? Do we honestly want to do both? And because we're not that worried. Like, these are the two cards from the beginning that were never played and have been discounted a bunch of times. This was the new from the Swashbuckler card. Can we afford to go? I don't know why. I'm just feeling so scared at 10. Brawl is nice, I guess. Sleep with a Fish is also kind of nice. And we'll wait. So we gave our opponent a whole bunch of resources. Maybe that's a bad thing, but they weren't all discounted, so that's a good thing. And hey, Vicious Fledgling, you're terrifying. SI7, you're also going to get erased here. We take that damage to face. We're not a huge fan of taking the damage, but, it's going to happen. Oh, and then we do that, and then the question is, what do we do? And I think we're just going to wait here. This time I don't think we're not really going to do anything. We don't need to play out the cold lights. I'd rather try and shuffle them in. Oh, Cairn. Cairn, that's terrifying. Can we top deck? What do we want to top deck right now? Execute's pretty good top deck. Oh, is this our last execute? How many more? Oh, what if our opponent has what do you do, Giants? He hasn't played any spells. It's all been minions here. There's no way there's going to be Giants now. How many spells were really played? This is all minions, right? We played a Shadow Step, a Backstab. We burned one Cold Blood. I can't imagine Giants come out. We go 9-10 if we try and Cold Light now. Never seen Cairn in the Tempo Rogues? I totally agree. I've never seen it either. I mean, it's a great card. It's just, it's like an awkward... Oh, boy. Yeah, time passes. Oh, boy. I feel like this was totally misplayed by me. I should have just thrown the... maybe we should have brawled. Opponent is almost out of cards now. We finally did build up our double dead man's hand. Yeah, I feel like, again, that was a bit of a misplay there. This deck is crazy to play. And so that comes down from... Yeah, that's doing no damage because we're going to get to Brawl. SI7 is going to do negligible damage, again, because we get to Brawl. Actually, can we fishies? No. 6 health, 5 health, never mind. Okay, so that's one we need to make sure that... Oh, wait. 2. So these are gone for sure. 2 plus this 5 is 6. So the only thing... Oh, no, and then we can also Blood Razor. So I think everything's gone for sure. And then the question is, do we have room to also go Deadman? So this is 2, 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. Plus this is 10. Yeah. Razor Blood to clear. I totally agree. I'm just trying to think if I can Dead Man's Hand before or not. And I don't think I can. 2, 4, 8, 10, and I can't also get the Sleep with the Fishies. Yeah, I think it's going to be better to clear. And then we'll win through lethal. As opposed to worrying about... You know, now we just win through fatigue as opposed to winning through, like, anything else, really. Which is fine, which is kind of, you know, this is really Fatigue Warrior here. And this is why we're sitting in a 20-minute game right now. Vile Spine, you're not going to do much, I hope. Bring it on. Okay, so we have to Dead Man's first. Every time. And then we will Cold Light. It's pretty good. Doesn't clear right now, though. So we need to find our other Cold Light first. I guess we just Brawl? Could we 3? Yeah, the 3... One hit I don't like. Oh boy. Oh, maybe we shouldn't have done that. Maybe that was silly. Maybe that was way too greedy again. Because I don't have any way to guarantee clear the board. Do we clear or not? Do we clear or not? Again, I'm saying no. And now we just win through surviving. And again, having these brawls, yeah. The brawls are really not the best for us. All these cards are super cheap. What's going on? Oh, Shadow Step. That's awful for us. This is why we don't do silly things. You're not welcome here either, Cobalt Scalebane. Scalebane? Scalebane? Oh boy. This is, ay. And we don't want to shuffle our hand in right now because we'll Sleep with the Fishies for sure. Oh, wait. Actually, we could just Brawl. Because then we just bring it on no matter what. Is this our last bring it on? Probably not by a long shot. And these cards are like going to cost nothing. Ooh, this game. If you like Fatigue, this is the spot for you with this deck. This deck is crazy. And now we can finally clear this out so we don't take any more damage. Can you Brawl within there's one minion? No, you can't. And now we'll Sleep with the Fishies. And unless our opponent has some... Yeah, unless our opponent has some sort of healing, it's probably a GG here. This game though, this deck is just a little bit silly with how long yeah. All right. Hey, there we go. Oh, thank you, Luke. Yeah, no, that was a crazy game. That was fun though. I like this. I like this deck. It's just, you know, it's not for fast laddering, that's for sure. There's no one's ever going to claim that this deck is really built for efficient, fast laddering. That's for sure. But that's okay. I'm never really too concerned to be honest, about super fast laddering. Oh boy, another rogue. Don't be the same one. Actually, if it was, that'd probably be a good thing. Yeah, sometimes going up against the same opponent's usually a good thing. Shield block. Slam. Let's have things that actually interact with the board a little bit more. Maybe that will be a little bit better here to help us out. Just a little bit. And we got our Cold Light, which is not necessarily great. And we have a Dead Man's Hand, which is not necessarily great. So when we look at it, maybe keeping that shield block would have actually been better. Uh-oh. I wonder if we coin out Armor Smith here. How bad is coining out Armor Smith? I feel like we... Oh, boy. Like, unless we get a Whirlwind or something, this is going to basically be needed, I think, in order to make sure that we... In order to make sure that we maintain some sort of board presence and don't just get completely run over. Especially if this is... If this is a very aggressive rogue, oh, this is potentially excellent for us. Potentially very excellent for us. Well played. Okay, let's squelch that. We want to clear this one out. Dead Man's Hand. No, we're doing nothing but armoring right now. So we gain 1 extra armor from the coin. Maybe not that useful after all. Oh, Shaku's terrifying. So we really need to hope we find a good shield block. A good draw with our shield block card here. And if not, well then we could be in a little bit of trouble. Acolyte of Pain is also potentially excellent. We are going to prefer to develop the minion. Expecting our opponent to be a little bit greedy. And want to just go face to prolong their Shaku action. And there's probably no easy way, no efficient way for our opponent to be able to remove an Acolyte of Pain for a rogue. Like, it'd probably be backstab, hero power, which is not good for them because we get a bunch of draws. And we don't want to use our execute if we can avoid it, simply because we would expect rogue to have, at some point somewhere, an Edwin Van Cleef. Which we're going to need our execute for, because we only run 2 of them, and we have no minions, basically, in this deck otherwise. And this is good as well, because, oh, this is going to be a really big turn for drawing. We get our draw off of the Slam. We get our draw off of Acolyte. We draw up to 7, and then this draws us 7, 8 with our Battle Rage for 2. And then we're going to say go to our opponent, knowing that we're way ahead now on the drawing, which is okay because we will eventually Dead Man's Hand in order to win. That was a really good turn. That was a really cool turn, actually. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Do we have a way to deal with this? Probably not. What could we draw that would help us deal with this? That'll do it. That'll do it. Blood Razor. This is a really good card. And not really too much of a surprise considering how strong Death's Bite was for warriors back in Naxxramas days. Oof. That was an amazing weapon. And same mana cost. Oh boy. Here we go. Here we go. That might eat an execute. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 5, 5. We don't have a 5. Hold on, are we going to get milled if we do that? We would get milled, actually, if we play Acolyte right now. We get milled if we play almost anything right now. Let's shield block first. Sleep with the fishies. I think we're going to have to burn and execute. As upsetting as that is. Where did it go? And we hang on to the Whirlwind now to activate our Sleep with the Fishies until we're able to find the Warrior Death Knight. And then we're going to, not be worried about any more AoE effects. Yeah, this looks like this aggressive rogue is out there on the ladder right now. This is our Oh, no combo activated for Disguised Toast right here. Yeah, opponent's just looking to develop something, anything. They don't really care that much here. That's fine. Oh, burning those whirlwinds. Oh my. Would we want to Dirty Rat now? Like, what would our opponent potentially be holding that they wouldn't have played? I think we played Public Defender, but do we also Whirlwind before is my question. We could Public Defender Battle Rage. Just to kind of help us cycle a little bit here more than anything. Okay, we're gonna go slow here. This is a slow deck. Let's never forget the fact that this is a very slow deck that we're playing right now. So there are gonna be turns where it's, you know, play a 2-mana 0/7 taunt, hero power pass, which is fine. That's totally fine. Oh, Plague Scientist, why are you so mean? And this is definitely now more of a board that we're a little less upset about needing to use a couple cards to clear. Simply because, you know, our opponent's committed a bit to this board. We don't want to bring it on now, that's for sure. Would we Acolyte now? We could get milled if we Acolyted now. Right, because we're going to play 1, 2, 3, and then we could draw 1, 2, 3 plus. So I think we're going to go ahead and do it this way. To avoid the potential for getting milled, even if that means slowing down our draw a little bit here. Just slowing it down a little bit. Okay. Okay, our opponent kind of knew something was going on there. Something was going on with our deck there. We'll take it and we'll just move on to the next one here. That was interesting. Able to really handle a rogue like that. That was very, very interesting. Warlock time. Warlock time means we have to play for aggro. Which we basically always play for aggro, because when it comes to control, we have a whole bunch of hard removals that we're able to work with, really. Whirlwind, not the greatest against aggro Zoo here. Against the Warlock. I think the issue is the Warlock Death Knight also could be a problem for this deck because of the fact that it summons that huge board, and then the fact that it's dealing 3 damage every turn to our face. Unless we were able to really be cycling our Bring It Ons very, very efficiently, we could be in trouble. But then again, I mean, something great like Blood Razor, I mean, it really helped us out last game. As well as, you know, the fact that we have the Whirlwind into the Fishies. So we have a chance here. Armor up and pass. There's no way we turn to Bring It On. There's no way we do that. Hero power from our opponent. Luckily, we do have an Execute. Well, we don't... Well, I mean, if we could get a turn 3 Scourgelord Garrosh, that would be nice. We're definitely scared of Handlock, I think. Earthen Ring, okay. Happy Ghoul, okay. So this is probably some weird... I don't know, I've seen Handlock decks like run this sort of thing, or Very Control Warlock. But Very Control Warlock is going to tap a lot, so... That's a good thing for us. We're going to go ahead and just control this turn. Yeah, if our opponent spends a lot of their turns just tapping and filling up their hand, we would be very, very happy with that. Oh. Okay. What is this? What is this deck that we're looking at right now? Oh, if we had an Acolyte of Pain, a great play would be Whirlwind, like Acolyte, Whirlwind, hit. I'm not sure if we want to do that right now, since that's our last AoE and our last Execute activator. We could, of course, try and Dirty Rat something, but I'm afraid a lot of our opponent's hand is pretty big. Luke, you've seen this deck? Is it more flood? Is it more like handlock and we're gonna get run over? Oh, treachery and Howl Fiend. Oh my. Well, that could be fun. We're filling up our hands and then it all gets discarded. That could be absolutely horrible. If that's the case, I'll be a little less worried about some of these other options. We'll just do it this way. We'll just clear the board here. Opponent's healing up, but that might not matter. If our win condition of Cold Lights and Dead Man's Hand get discarded, well then we're gonna lose, obviously. So yeah, two meme decks going at it here. Despicable Dreadlord. Oh boy. Sleeping with Officies. These Bring It Ons are really causing problems, aren't they? In our hand right now. Kind of holding us back a little bit. Oh, coining out what? More lifesteal. Interesting. We're forced to draw here, I think. Oh, Skulking Geist. If we'd gotten that one, would have been much better. Much better for us. Oh, we're in a little bit of bad shape right now. But we'll see. We'll see how this ends up going. Our opponent's going to get to heal up nicely with this. Continue to tap, but the tapping doesn't really matter for their health total because they keep healing with all of these life steals. And the Happy Ghoul because of the life steal. That's a cool combo. I like that combo actually a lot. We'll go ahead and Garrosh here. At least this one isn't getting discarded. Extraordinary. We'll clear a lot of their board, at the very least. I feel like Skulking Geist is going to hit our Whirlwinds more than it will hurt our opponents. Anything. So, that's also A-okay. Oh, Lich King. Great. I mean, that's going to eat and execute every single time. Oh. Unless we want to mill some cards from our opponent, which we probably don't, to be honest. Because we're gonna need those cards. We'll do that. Oh, we should draw first. Not that really what we draw is gonna matter too much, I don't think. I'll play the Public Defender now. Just to basically get something out of hand. I think it runs a Lich King too. Oh boy, so maybe we're in for a real treat. Oh. No treachery on that, Doomsayer. Is Treachery a one-cost card by any chance? No, it's a 3-cost card. So we're in real trouble then. If only we could counter it with Skulking Geist. There's no reason why we brawl 2 Abyssal Enforcers and a Psychotron. Oh boy. Well, Hero Power. Oh, we should Dirty Rat into our opponent's Doomsayer. That's always a fun play. Maybe we can have them lose some of their... Hey, there's an Abyssal Enforcer. And you know what? If that Abyssal Enforcer had just come down... Oh, Luke, yeah. There's a slight delay on how things... oh. Well, this is not going to be excellent, I don't think. Oh, and that came back in a suboptimal way. I think we just brawl here every single time. And like I said, this is going to be the real issue now. Oh. Well, this is now a real issue as well. And we lose, I think. Maybe I should have just gone for the kill here. Yeah, I should have just killed it. We're going to lose now. I'm going to take too much damage. And then the only way we come back from the health total is Bring It On, and then we don't have a brawl when our opponent's able to flood the board. Oops. Oops. That was a mistake. That was a definite misplay there. But let's just keep the cycling going. Execute. Sleep with the fish. It's probably not going to matter. Could matter. Yeah, we should have just attacked last turn. It was going to be the same thing. It definitely would have been the same thing there. I just want to save the sleep with the fishes in the event that our opponent... oh, boy. So we can kill this. Oh, if only we had another dirty rat. Is this worth taking out, like preserving our only minion? I don't think so. I don't think that's worthwhile. Could mill a couple cards from our opponent. That's always a fun thing to do. But then our win condition is gone. Actually, no, it's not really gone. Maybe this is fine. Yeah, maybe this is totally okay. Hey, April Hearthstone just subscribed. Oh, I think the way that the announcements work, it doesn't necessarily mean that that person that you're watching, but if you are, thanks. Blood Mage, we're gonna maintain this board, I think. We'll just do it this way. If you are watching, thanks. And if not, well, maybe you'll see this in a video one day. Yeah, oh, there's a Siphon. So burned a few cards, really not any of the, you know, nothing super huge. And I think we still probably lose eventually to the Siphon Soul. Oh, here we go. And here comes the combo. Yeah. And now we're going to get hit with, oh boy, Defile. Okay, bring it on. We kind of needed that. Kind of needed that one as well. Oh no, Dead Man's Hand. Oh, well played. Well played. Discard a random card. We're going to have to damage it yet again. We don't have Cold Lights. We'll go ahead and do it this way. Let's see what we get discarded. Oh, that's too bad. That is too bad indeed. Oh, yeah. That's, yeah. No. Yeah, we definitely we're done here. We'll play it out just in case, but I don't think there's a way. Oh, gonna give me the rest of my deck? I'll take it. Oh, no, maybe not. Drain Soul. No, we're way too close in cards for us. I mean, we're not going to be able to infinite Cold Light here, will we? We draw... Oh, we're drawing quite a bit of our deck. Okay, well, Dead Man's here. We will Oracle. We will... Oh, wait. We can't even get our opponent to fatigue here. even though we're even with them, we still can't do it. This is almost lethal for us this turn. Oh, that would have been nice to have out too, wouldn't it? Too bad. Too bad. Yeah, no, that completely destroys any sort of control deck. That's a really cool deck actually. Treachery Howl Fiend. Very, very cool. Yeah, this not exactly lethal. I always play these games out. I know I probably shouldn't. I know it's probably not the most efficient use of time, but and there's no way for us to shuffle. If we had our other Deadmans, we could potentially be talking about a ridiculous overdraw here, but yeah, no, I totally agree. Yeah. We're gonna get a bunch of armor with the Armor Smiths, but probably not enough. Too little, too late. It's cool at least to get all the armor. But our opponent's just going to be life stealing, and we only have one cold light, and we are actually ahead now on the draw, which is actually kind of funny. Since dead man's should never really be ahead on the draw, but got one of them burned. Super cool deck. Yes, we both run the Skulking Geist. That's awesome. We'll do this. Oh, we should have gotten extra armor. We should have gotten way more armor. Okay, we're done here. This is we've run out of silly things to do here with this game. We're definitely done in a turn or two. Oh, that's too bad. We would have been win streaking there if we'd taken that win there. That is too bad. That's okay. I think a couple more games with this version of the deck, and then I want to switch it up to the N'Zoth version. I think I might have to sub in that other new warrior death rattle where we gain armor if it's our opponent's turn. I feel like we might need to do that sort of thing. Yeah, just because these games are taking so long, we're not going to be able to play as many. Mage, I guess we'll keep Acolyte. We don't want any of these other things. I mean, I'd love to take Skulking Geist on curve, but just not right now. Definitely not something that we really need right now. What do we do? Opponent kept one card? If the one card our opponent kept is actually the quest, we could be in for a good time with Dirty Rat, right? Like, that's always a fun way to disrupt the quest is... Well, never mind. It's not the quest. Whirlwind? Question mark? No need. No need yet. No need for that just yet. I think I'd rather coin out Acolyte next turn. Wow, our opponent's going really aggressively here. I would much rather just take this draw. Knowing that we can coin out Whirlwind next turn with our Acolyte and clear our opponent's board. So that'll be a much, much better turn for us, I think. Hey, there's a Kirin Mage. Wait, was this not in hand? Huh. Well, now I don't want to be doing that play anymore. Do we test for counterspell? Would our opponent actually give us a counterspell? Wow. I guess so. And then I guess we'll just Public Defender now. Yeah, counterspelling into someone who that you know has the coin is generally not the best play in the world, but you know, it happens. It's one of those things. I mean, we got to benefit from it there, so why not? This is actually going to cause really big problems for us, though, isn't it? Let the pain speak to you. Oh, and we're going to get frozen now. We're never going to get to use that. We're never going to get to use this excellent weapon, unfortunately. Oh, that's really too bad. That is too bad. Arcanologist, here comes another secret. This one, it could be counterspell again. Why not, right? If this is just a pure, if this is one of those classic pure, oh boy, secret mages. Then we could be in for another Oh. We get to clear a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, we could brawl. No, I don't think we can, because if this gets counterspelled, I think we're in really bad shape. Alright, well, this is pretty good for us. This is pretty good news indeed. And then we'll just take out the Water Ellie. And now we just have to avoid somehow avoid getting bursted down like crazy. Because that is obviously a very real threat. And no secret coming down, so that's alright. Dead Man's Hand, a little bit early for that, I would think. Oh, I would love to hit the armor button right now, but I think we got to go Acolyte. And this honestly, oh no, oh, I didn't even think about it. Oh, this could be very bad for us. Oh, I didn't even think about that at all. Ooh, that was a mistake. That was a real mistake. I definitely should have gone with the Dirty Rat. Or nothing. Or waited for next turn and then Dirty Rat brawled. I should have taken a second. Oh well. Oh well, we'll be okay, I think. Opponent has used a lot of their early game, though. They really curved out very aggressively in the early game, so we're definitely looking at things like fireballs right now, frost bolts coming towards us, maybe Firelands portals to face. That's never fun. Let me be clear, it's fun if you're the mage, but not otherwise. And also, our opponent did keep this card here on the left in their hand the entire time from the mulligan, so that is also one thing that we should be conscious of at the very least. That doesn't really necessarily tell us that much. Like, they just mulligan thinking we were maybe more aggressive, maybe thinking we were Pirate Warrior when we're not. When we're the exact opposite of Pirate Warrior, basically. Whoa, opponent's going all in here. Probably setting up some crazy 2-turn lethal on us. Little do they know. No, they could 2-turn lethal. They could just double fireball this right now. Maybe we have to Dirty Rat Brawl. Oh, that would have been so much better if we'd done it that way last turn. We could sleep with the fishes to clear. Our opponent gets a lot of cards. So do we, but then our opponent's going to be more likely to have the burst to win. Clear with fishes and bring it on. Yeah, I was thinking the same. Yeah, that's a reasonable play as well, because then, even if our opponent doesn't have that many cards. Hold on, how much is that? This is 2, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we should have done it the other way. Whoops. Oh, that was a huge misplay, actually. I hope we all just noticed what I did so horribly wrong, right? I should have done the bring it on first, because now most of our opponent's hand is discounted, as opposed to doing that first when there's only 3 cards in our opponent's hand. Okay, well, we all learned something here today, so that's good. Pay attention to the little things here. Whoops. Whoops, whoops, whoops. That's too bad. Firelands portal to the face. Oh. That's not excellent. Firelands portal to the face. Do we go Garrosh now? Let's see what our opponent's got. You know what? I'm not too upset about this play right now. We got a 50-50 to get a reasonable result here. And hey, you know what? Sometimes we got the absolute best. We got the absolute best result there. And hey, there's another Bone Mare not getting to activate on anything, so that's really good. Skulking Geist, a Skulking Geist. We could Scourge Lord now. We have a little bit more armor in hand. Or do we want to slam it up? We can slam it up for a lot of draw right now. We could Battle Rage for 1. That's something. We got our Dead Man's Hand going. And we got some of that Armor Smith. Armor made to fit. Got another Battle Rage. And then this coming turn we'll be able to Scourge Lord and Scourge Lord Hero Power. So that hopefully we'll be able to clear this out. I mean, there's no likely way that it gets buffed right now. Another Firelands to the face. Opponent's going hard here. Oh, that's not the most excellent result for our opponent. How do we do this? I think we just have to... we gain the 5 armor, then we gain a 6 armor. I think we'll be okay here. What did he say? The ruin meets the ashes? That's pretty cool. Gain armor there, gain armor there. We're just gaining a whole bunch of armor, and that's excellent. Since we don't have any more armor generation now that we are Death Knight. Now that we are Death Knight. Oh, that's scary. Oh my goodness, so much burst. So much to face. Execute time? Yeah, why not, right? 2, and then we'll play the Skulking Geist. We're only a few cards away from going lethal here on our opponent, right? Oh, we got one? No, we got none. Oh, that was just our opponent. I thought our opponent's deck dropped there. It was actually just their draw. This card's been in our opponent's hand since the opening hand, and they didn't mulligan. Ooh, Primordial Glyph. That's a good one. That's a good one, and a terrifying one for us. Let's be completely honest, right? We're going to draw at least 2 cards, probably gain at least 2 armor this coming turn, so that's pretty nice. That being said, our opponent's going to have 2 more fireballs. Oh, no. You are on fire. We're taking a whole bunch of armor. Bring it on. Oh, no, that's not bring it on. We should have checked first, because if this is Counterspell... how dead are we if this is Counterspell? And we're not able to draw right now. Yeah, we're potentially dead right now. And we also didn't give ourselves honor. Honor. We didn't give ourselves honor. Or armor. Dead Man's into Bring It On? If you say so. If you say so. I think that's reasonable. Puts us out of range of double Fireball, which is nice. And then our deck now is 2 Cold Lights, a Bring It On, our other Dead Man's Hand. Oh, our opponent got the Battle Rage. Oh, it was beautiful. The Cabal, Fireball. Ooh, our opponent is going all in on that face damage. That's 1 Fireball. It's 1 Frostbolt. Oh, and we win this one. We win. Our opponent knew what was up. They knew what we had done. They knew that one was over. That was nice before it went to fatigue. Yeah, Luke, that guy was fully on the face plan there. What time is it? Oh, wow. Okay, we're going to switch it up to the other deck. We're going to switch it up to the Dead Man's N'Zoth. Should we look at it, actually? Maybe. We should take a look to see if we have that... if we have, what is it? It's a 4 mana Death Rattle. Where is it? Oh, another 5 mana? Yeah, I don't have it in the deck. Oh, no, this is not it. Do I not have it? If it's your opponent's turn, gain 6 armor. What do we cut? What do we cut? I like that. I like that. I love that. I kind of want to leave the deck the way it is right now. Ugh, Shield Slam. Okay, there we go. We only have 1 Shield Slam. That's what we'll do. I think that'll be reasonable. Yeah, I think that'll be a reasonable way to do it. Similar deck, but also kind of a different deck. So this will be the N'Zoth version. Ooh, N'Zoth. Oh, and we need to get the proper... we need to get the proper screenshot up there. Oh, Priest. We could get... this could be horrible. Warrior, Dead Man's N'Zoth. We save that. We want Battle Rages. We want... no Skulk. Skulking Geist could come back and help us out. We'll keep 1 Battle Rage. No Battle Rages. Let's go, Armor Smith. Let's do this. And now we need to change the deck list up real quick. And this should be now the appropriate deck list. Oh, that was horrible, Mulligan. That was definitely not the ideal mulligan for us to be getting there. But that's fine. This deck, I think, goes slow enough that that it's not going to matter that much, or at least as much as it does with other decks. So we'll see. We'll see how much this Mountain Fire Armor works out for us. We'll see how much the whole N'Zoth game plan of having an actual threat works out for us. And then we'll, we'll just see how this version works versus the more traditional, not the Fatigue Warrior is really a traditional style of deck, but, how this deck works out versus, the standard or standalone, let's call it the standalone Fatigue Warrior game plan. Yeah, we'll see. We shall see. Do we drop the Armor Smith? I think we throw down an Armor Smith. I think why not? And then the one thing this deck does have, which I think is actually a holdover, it's a holdover from the pre-nerf, is the fact that we're running 2 Fiery War Axes, which probably questionable, to be perfectly honest. Oh. Not really. I don't really like to play with fire, but, We'll go ahead and get a draw going. Wow, we have our combo in hand. Unfortunately, instead of a whole bunch more, I think the one thing I did modify from the deck list that here was this deck list also ran those, what are they called? I don't know what they're called, but they're the warrior spell that you draw 2 weapons from your deck. And the idea, at least, the idea was, you have a couple weapons, but then this enables you to draw them quickly, and it also helps with overall draw. I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of Wild Pyro, just because I think with all the experience from Priest that I have, generally Priest with a Wild Pyro that sticks around is usually a pretty bad news bears. Euphoric Master, have I ever reached Legend? No, I've never reached Legend before, actually. I usually get to, if I make it to rank 5+, I'm happy. Oh, this is actually kind of a scary turn. I also like to play silly decks like this, which, is, while it may be strong, it's definitely not going to be very efficient for laddering. I think that's fair to say. 2, 3, 4. How else do we want to do this? We could go ahead and equip the other Blood Reaver. Yeah, I think I made a joke about it the last time someone asked me about the reaching Legend was, I don't have the time or the skill necessarily, but I also do get distracted by playing fun decks like this. Which is, which is fine. You made it to rank 2 the past 4 months. Nice. That's, what? Yeah. If you make it to rank, once you make it to rank 5 and rank 2, that's, yeah, you're right there. That almost feels worse than than not getting as close. I feel like sometimes when I've made it to rank 5 and have been trying to push a little, it feels worse than when I sit at rank 10 at the end of the month, I feel like. We'll get the extra draw here. Or get the extra armor, excuse me. Extra armor here. And then we'll take out the Raza. This is obviously not an efficient turn whatsoever, in my opinion. But I definitely also kind of think that... Oh, what's going on here? Has the game been super quiet this whole time? I feel like, yeah, it'll be louder now. Whoops. Yeah, that rank 5 to Legend push is very, very interesting, though, isn't it? Just because of no more bonus stars. Why? Why would you do that, Lyra? We are supposed to be friends. Oh, wow, this is very good for us. We have to fishies right now, right? But I think we'll draw first. This is going to be 2 plus a 3. So we're just going to go ahead and draw first. A Shield Slam. I think that's reasonable. We'll hang on to the AoE. We'll hang on to the AoE removal for, when there's multiple cards on the board, as opposed to just going and, burning the Sleep with the Fishes for 1 Lyra. Which, Lyra was something we needed to get rid of there. which is why I don't mind the Shield Slam. So, hey, maybe there's some value in actually keeping that Shield Slam after all in the deck. That's, yeah. This is unfortunate for us. We're stuck in this kind of just, you know, pass. And this is one of the good things. I mean, we've never really run into issues where we can't play anything. But, oh boy. There we go. There's a nice Direhorn Hatchling. Now we can do something proactive. Even if this just eats a Shadow Word Pain, it's not the end of the world for us. Simply because we know we will be able to then bring things back with the N'Zoth. And because we have the double Dead Man's Hand with at least one Cold Light, if we're able to get a little bit more cycle going on here, we can definitely... I'm definitely okay with playing a Dead Man's Hand with a N'Zoth in our hand. That's definitely a nice high priority target. But our deck is way too big to be worrying about a Dead Man's Hand play at this point. Oh. I'm really expecting our opponent to have a Shadow Word Pain, because I know whenever I play Priest, one of the things I really mulligan hard for is Shadow Word Pain. So maybe they don't. Maybe they're looking for a potion that's going to give them some sort of polymorph to get rid of this. That would stink for us if one of the 3 Death Rattles we have in our deck gets polymorphed, but that's okay. We could still manage, especially if our priest opponents here does not have... If our priest friend here does not have their Shadow Reaper Anduin readily available. If it's somewhere at the end of their bottom of their deck, we could be laughing. There we go. There's that Shadow Word Pain. Came from the middle of the hand, I think. Would we Battle Rage now? Yeah, heck yeah, we would Battle Rage. Hold on. Let's get a little bit more draw going first. Oh yeah. And we want to Battle Rage on this just for one. I think the cycling is okay. And how do we want to do this now? And the 4 attack is going to be awkward for our opponent, so I am going to actually attack in here. And then this is very nice as well, but then the only issue is, do we want to slam? Because we could almost, honestly, look to Dead Man's Hand sooner than later. As much as that might be a little bit overkill. We could slam ourselves, then coin out of the... And we can't coin and Dead Man's Hand. Okay. We'll hero power pass. We can build up a little bit more armor. The 4 attack's probably going to be awkward. And we might gain 6 more armor, so that's cool too. Our opponent does get the 1 card draw, so that's okay. If they keep their hand this full, we're definitely going to look, I think, to be playing... We're going to be looking to play one of these Cold Lights, hoping to burn that Shadow Reaper, just because Shadow Reaper Anduin with an activated Raza is absolutely crazy. Okay. Does this activate now? Yes, it does. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I'm assuming our opponent didn't expect that to happen, but I've done a lot of priest playing, so I knew that was coming. Okay, we clear this board pretty easily with a Sleep with the Fishes. It's just a question of, do we actually want a Dead Man's Hand right now? Because maybe we can, and then we can slam down the N'Zoth. It's probably not the most traditional way to try and win with this deck, but it's just going to be threat after threat, and our opponent's not going to have infinite resources to deal with us. We can only burn 2 cards from our opponent's hand right now. This is a 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then it's a question of what else do we want in our hand still with a Dead Man's Hand. And I'm going to say slam is not something that we want. Ooh, a Dirty Rat. No, Dirty Rat is something that we don't want either. Oh boy. 4. Let's do this. Dead Man's. Move, please. Fishies. Battle Rage. All right. All right. That was a pretty cool turn, I think. That was kind of a ridiculous turn in my opinion. And we'll totally see how this works out, cuz now we're going to be able to N'Zoth with no fear of this being just dragon fired or anything else, or getting hit with yeah, and that got rid of maybe their OTK priest. So that's also double good, right? If they're trying to set up the Shadow Reaper with activated 0 mana hero power. So that's very good. So we potentially had a really good turn there. And we might be able to get double N'Zoth in a single game, which is also kind of fun. Hey, Northshire. Powered shield. Powered shield. Healing of this. Oh, healing me. Thank you. We need to say thanks for that. Do you mind if I roll need? I love that. I love that. And I'm so glad this is a card that's never going to get taken out. Mind if I roll need? Oh. I shouldn't be thinking about WoW. It's not good. Oh, there's a cold light. Our opponent does not need us to give them any cards right now. The issue is I think we shuffled in a coin. That was a mistake. That I will admit it was a big mistake. Do you want a Skulking? I feel like Skulking Geist. No, they already played their Powered Shield. What other 1-drops would they have? Silence will be a 0. Let's just put some pressure on now. And yeah, being very clear, this is only some pressure as well. Oh yeah, we could have actually done a little mill damage on our opponent there with the cold lights. But that's okay. I think that's totally okay the way we did this here. There's yeah. This is fine. If our opponent wants to continue to heal our minions to give them cards, I'm fine with that. And then eventually we will actually be able to, we will be able to burn some cards, or we're just going to be able to hit our planned Dead Man's Hand combo. And right now, looking at what's left in the deck, having these Fiery War Axes is just complete waste. Like we should just, I don't know. The way that this game is played out there, they're completely not needed. But that's okay. That's totally. Maybe our opponents walked away. Which would stink, because this was really a fun game. And maybe our opponent realized, oh no, they're just thinking it out. That's fine. Never mind. Shadow Word Death on N'Zoth. Big target. Big target removed. Going for that draw. Circle. Oh, too bad. Maybe our opponent knows. Maybe they're sniping. Yeah. Good luck. Oh, that's a pretty big card. Geist. Oh, we got cards for sure there. Oh, Potion of Madness. Holy Smite. Pint-sized Potion. Ooh, our opponent's a little bit closer to fatigue now, aren't they? That's very, very nice. I think we would Armor Smith in Hero Power now. Because I don't need more Armor Smiths. Like, Armor Smith is not something I want to save for the next Dead Man's Hand. So I think it's something that we really just want to go ahead and get rid of right now. So, yeah, I think we're happy with doing this the way, doing this the way that we have right now. Oh, boy. Opponents thinking through these turns. That was one of their really big AoEs. They're going to have a Holy Nova still. They'll have... I don't know what else. They'll have a Doomsayer, sure. There's no doubt about it. A lot of these Highlander priests run Doomsayer. Hey, our opponent wants to cycle as well. Burning and Execute? Kind of. Oh, I don't want to give our opponent their combo, though. Maybe this is okay. Maybe we start pushing a little here. So once our opponent switches basically to evil priest, then I think we want to just burn him out. Especially since we do have right now, like even with the one dead man's hand, I think one dead man's hand and then the 2 cold lights might be enough. Although our deck is still rather large, we've kind of stalled out when it comes to draw right now. Opponent draws 1, they're up to 7. We can go 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. A bunch of cards get burned. Novice Engineer. Just getting one. Yeah, every time they draw, they get one step closer. If we get another cold light or a dead man's hand, I think I might go all in here. Oh, never mind. Burn 2 cards. Not enough. Not enough. Those Fiery War Axes in our deck, they were a mistake. Although if we were playing a more aggressive deck, maybe they would have been useful for early game control. But the way it stands right now, this is very much... oh, boy. Are we just all in on this? Yeah, I kind of want to be. Just because it'll be awesome regardless. Regardless of the fact that it may or may not actually be the best play. Now I regret it. I instantly regret it. Yeah, we are almost out of cards. We should coin one of these. And then let's see. Was it the last card in your deck? Oh, Silence. That's a good card for our opponent to not be having there. Well, they're going to be able to Shadow Reaper, but then they're not going to be able to do much else, and we're going to be able to play a whole bunch, do a whole bunch of face damage here while they continue to draw. And then we'll be able to N'Zoth as well, again. So I think we'll be in a pretty good spot right now. So obviously the one goes, one of the 2/2s goes, but then we gain more armor. Not that it matters. Oh yeah, this only costs 8. Never mind. And this isn't costing anything. Maybe our opponent can do a little bit more clearing of the board. Spirit Lash. Thank you for all the armor. Oh, they're also getting to heal and then also getting to do a little bit more clearing. Oh, top deck a Cold Light for the win. Fiery War Axe. We literally don't have room to Battle Rage right now. Should we just N'Zoth? They've already played Dragonfire Potion. They played their Kazakus Potion. This draws like the rest of our deck, but I don't think it's needed right now. I think we'll just win this way. And our opponent's Fatigue is going to be pretty nice. Unless they run the Priest. If our opponent runs the Priest class Legendary, we could be in trouble. Just for the fact that they could then shuffle our deck back in. But I think we'll be okay here. For some reason, I feel like this could be okay. Can't be another Dragonfire Potion, can it? And then whatever's left will allow us to do Battle Rage with. If there's anything left, of course. In each one of these, we just keep gaining armor. That's cool. Oh my! Oh, our opponent wanted to do that in this order. Even though it gave us a couple armor, it allowed them to do the pings the way that they did them. That's fine. Hey, Radiant Elemental. That's a cute card. It'd be a shame if something happened to it. Another Shadow Word Pain. Oh, a Silence. That's a good card. And our opponent heals back up, but this is like 2, 4, 6, 8 more damage to face, so it's over. Oh, yeah, super over right now. Okay. It's too bad we didn't have a chance to throw out the Cold Light. That was a really, really cool game. That was really, really fun. And burning that Valen was a huge, huge deal as well. That was, yeah, that was a lot of fun. Double N'Zoth. Double N'Zoth. Burnt a Valen with the Dirty Rat. There was a lot going on in that game. There was a lot that happened. That was a fun game. Yeah, maybe we'll, ooh, volume's still low to me here. Hunter time. Oh, hunter time. What do we need for hunter? We need armor smith. Do we keep a shield slam? I can't imagine shield slam gets activated in the early game. We definitely need armor smith. An acolyte's okay. Blood razor's okay. But unless we really start with a strong curve here, I think we could be in trouble. I think we could be in trouble. Direhorn, you know what? If we make it to turn 5 and the board hasn't fallen to pieces, that could be a very strong play indeed. And our opponent takes their time, and that's totally fine with me. Destroy a Murloc. I wonder if our opponent has seen a whole bunch of Murloc Paladin or not. Lucky they don't know that we are in fact Murloc Warrior. That would be fun, actually. Murloc Warrior could actually be a little bit of a fun deck. Although Murloc everything kind of basically works. Oh yeah, and then yeah, Beast Synergy. That's why the Galactica Crawler works so well, right? We're hoping, I don't know. Sometimes you let them battle before armoring up to activate Battle Rage. Yeah, that's honestly, yeah, that's totally a viable option, and I definitely understand it. But I feel like with Hunter, I feel like we're gonna take enough damage early on that we don't need to get too fancy. I feel like we'll take enough damage as it is. Cold Light doesn't help. Mountain Fire Armor. I'm gonna go Mountain Fire. So the idea here is if our opponent, in a, living in some other universe where our opponent doesn't have a board, if we just play Acolyte on 3 and then play, Blood Razor on 4, we get that extra draw with the Battle Cry, right? But if we play Acolyte, I'm expecting it to just to get taken out, or even worse, it gets taken out with a weapon or something. So I feel like playing this minion here, the Mountain Fire Armor, on turn 3 is probably better, because it'll force something of a response from our opponent. And then on turn 4, we can still go ahead and Blood Razor to get rid of this Divine Shield and take out minions and do whatever else it is that needs to get done. And in this situation, I think that probably trading the 4-3 into the 4-2 is going to be a reasonable, because I don't know that I want to take that much damage. Maybe we do. Well, maybe we do. No, I don't think I want to. Maybe we can force it. No, there's no way we can force it with Hunter. Like if we attack here, if we go super greedy, I think that's way too greedy here for that is much too greedy going up against Hunter, especially as warrior, as priest, as anything. I think you want to get rid of those threats, especially the beast threats, because a lot of times we're already 10 hit points down. Opponent's gonna have 2 kill commands. That's gonna be 10 from hand at least. And then it's going to be plus a bunch of turns of hero powering, which negate all of the armor that we would normally build up against a lot of these decks. And then in this situation, let's just play the Direhorn, hoping that our opponent does not have a deadly shot. Because I feel like in this situation, it's we would not be in if our opponent gets a deadly shot off, we could really have a really hard time here. Opponent's thinking these turns through. Oh, Tundra Rhino is terrifying. Oh, coining out Hunter's Mark. Well, to be fair, that is better that is a better result than simply a deadly shot, but the fear is if a Savannah Highmane comes down, we're still probably pooched. We'll take the double draw here to get rid of this, because Savannah Highmane coming down activated by Tundra Rhino is basically instant loss. Even though this clears the board, you know, clears our own board, I should say. It's still probably better. Yeah, like I said, if Savannah Highmane comes down now, it's basically a big ol' loss. Which stinks. And that is often the case. I mean, this is a very slow deck, so if we run into other slow decks, we're in good shape. Oh. Well, at least we're not dead right now. Ravaging Ghoul. I don't think we want to pop that right now, if we can avoid it. Cold Light Oracle. And we'll armor up. Up to 18. Who knows what our opponent's going to do? We would love to top deck our Direhorn Hatchling, or even, honestly, our Direhorn Matriarch at this point. Just because we are very, very... Uh-oh. Oh, Bone Mare. Brutal. Top deck, execute. Oh, boy. If we brawl, what else can we do? We can Ravaging Ghoul afterwards. What do we need to win the brawl? I mean, even winning the brawl is losing the brawl here. I guess we'll Ravaging Ghoul brawl, hoping that the Ravaging Ghoul wins. Oh, how do we make this matchup better? I feel like this is already a loss, to be honest. But we'll play through another couple turns here. Yeah. This is 7 to face, so that's not very good. Not very good at all. Yeah. This is a loss. Oh boy. Oh, double Bone Mare on the same minion. Dead Man's Hand doesn't matter. Cold Light Oracles probably won't matter. Execute. If only there was time. That happens sometimes. Sometimes you just get run over. And, that's too bad. Oh, I would have pushed a 14 with this deck. That would have been fun. That would have been fun. Let's go. Let's keep this going, though. We got more games in us. Oof. Fatigue Warrior here for 2 hours now. Oof. It's making me think. Definitely a really fun deck, though. Very interesting. Very different from a lot of the traditional Hearthstone style of curving out, using your resources, setting up these lethals. If this is aggro druid, I feel like we're going to have another bad time. Do I keep the slam? What can we get instead of Fiery War Axe now? In this deck. Oof. I mean, this is a good mid game, but we have no early game survival right now. Maybe we want some Whirlwinds or something like that. Not sure Whirlwinds would have helped us last game. But at least it would have been slightly more... It's just slightly more early game removal, which sometimes can help. Sometimes. Sometimes not so much. And then I'm just realizing we don't actually even have the Death Knight in our deck right now. This is fully N'Zoth, Dead Man's Hand, isn't it? I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, this Mountain Fire armor is also interesting. I mean, it's another body that comes back, and like some decks will clear it, and against some decks, it's one of those things that. Okay. My mic popped out. If our opponent's going to go slow here, I feel like we can also afford to go slow here. And yeah, with the Jades, okay. So we're going to need to draw ASAP to find our Skulking Geist. I didn't even think about really Skulking Geist in our mulligan. Maybe I should have. Should have been a slightly more attentive to what's going on. Oh yeah, I have to hit the end turn button here. That's on me at this point, and that's fine. Yeah, so Jade Druid. Jade Druid really comes down to finding our Skulking Geist ASAP, getting at least one good N'Zoth, and then because our opponent draws a lot for themselves, we kind of want to hide the fact that we're a Cold Light Oracle as much as possible. So we can go... Yeah, I think that's fine. Getting that draw. The draw is going to be important. We have Ravaging Ghoul here if we need to. Ay, ay, ay. Maybe we can coin out the Dire Horn. Wow, our opponent's gone all out with the Jades. Oh, yes, we need to save our coin now. Very much. So that our coin can come out next turn, actually. And our opponents, although... Would our opponents still draw as aggressively? This is interesting. This is the matchup of the century here. Jade Druid against a Fatigue deck. But now we have access to something that destroys their major... Oh, if we'd been able to hit that first Jade Idol as well, it really keeps... It really helps keep those... keeps those Jades at bay. Which would have been nice. Definitely would have been a nice thing, but that's okay. We'll see. We'll see. You save Geist until after Ultimate Infestation? I totally could see that as being a viable option, kind of as like a surprise, so that they might not know what's going on until it's too late type of thing. I'm just afraid. I'm just definitely kind of afraid. Oh, there we go. With the Nourish. Oh, Nourish for ramp, though. Not as excellent. Oh, is this the Ultimate Infestation we were talking about? Battle Rage for every damaged minion. We could go just play the Direhorn Hatchling now. I think that's reasonable, right? I like this idea. I like this idea of saving the Skulking Geist. As long as our opponent just doesn't completely... As long as our opponent doesn't complete, like, yeah, they haven't drawn at all yet. If our opponent gets to draw a little and then we slam down Skulking Geist, we're in such good shape. Like, Ultimate Infestation, trade, Skulking Geist. It's pretty good. And then we also already have Mountain Fire Armor as well, which is nice. Okay, that's an okay play. If our opponent plays their other Jade Idol, we'll be sad, but they didn't, so we are not sad. The issue is the Jades are getting big now, so I kind of want to do it. Oh, with the slam. Is this worth a coin right now? Warax. Garbage. Why is that card still... you know what? Maybe this card can actually still be useful in this matchup, to be honest. It's probably not the ideal card, but we'll find a use for it. We just want our opponent to play Ultimate Infestation right now. Yeah, I totally agree. If they Ultimate Infestation, we'll be in great shape. Then we hit the Skulking Geist. Their Jades cap out at a reasonable number. We have a Shield Slam, which we'll probably never get to... Yeah, you quit running Warax, Luke? Yeah, you know what? Yeah, it's one of those maybe cards. Like, to be honest, it's hard to play a lot. Like, sometimes it's like, oh, I'll play a lot of a certain deck and I'll figure it out. It's really hard to play a lot of this deck with how long the games take. But yeah, no, it's interesting. It definitely is interesting to see how it works. We lose our Shield Slam as well if we do it that way. Skulking Geist into what? Into hope we don't lose? We trade. I think we trade every time, right? We have to at this point. Just got to get some of those minions out of our way. I think we have to Skulking Geist as much for minion development as anything. And yes, that means we lose our Shield Slam in our hand, but our opponent loses their big win condition. Is there any other better way? We can Shield Slam, see what we... Or Shield Block, see what we get. I can Shield Block, Shield Slam. Battle Rage for more draw. Are we actually going to use the War Axe now? There we go. And we'll actually use the War Axe a little bit. There we go. After we talked a little bit of trash, we'll actually use it for a little bit of good. And let's say we top deck something like an Armor Smith. We can Armor Smith, Ravaging Ghoul, clear this, then Battle Rage, and then we'll be in business. And maybe, honestly, every turn, I feel like every turn that we're not playing Skulking Geist, we're playing with fire here. Because if our opponent does hit the... Although, if our opponent just shuffles their Jade Idol right now, we're kind of in really good shape. But if they don't... If they just play it out, then we're definitely going to regret this. They've played both Jade Blossoms, one Jade Spirit, and a Jade Behemoth. So that's 4. They have another Jade Behemoth, another Jade Spirit, and we'll get rid of hopefully all of their Jade Idols. And then they have the Aya as well. So that's 4 more it's going to go up. Which is why we have our Brawl. Which is what our Brawl is exactly for. And our opponent thinks through their turn, and that's fine once again. Spreading Plague. Wow, that was kept in their opening hand. Nice. Nice. I am tempted to draw first. Well, that backfired. Maybe we still Armor Smith Ravaging Ghoul. Maybe we do. Yeah, those cards definitely showed up in the wrong order, but that's okay. We're slowly getting through our deck here. Not nearly as fast as we had hoped. But we will be able to N'Zoth in another turn. And I feel like, you know, if we have nothing else to do, and honestly, maybe this is an okay way to play it. Like we wait as long as we can for the Jades, and then we'll Skulking Geist when we need to. So if this means on turn 9, then we Skulking Geist and kind of reveal what we're doing into a N'Zoth, it's maybe not the end of the world. Oh, giving us armor. I appreciate it. It's going to be like a swipe. Primordial Drake. Still no Ultimate Infestation. There's that draw. Thank you. This is still, I mean, this is still a lot going on here in terms of us taking damage. But maybe we should just get rid of this. Oh, no, we need to draw. What am I talking about? Sleep with the Fishes top deck. Cold Light? Cold Light into what? The Blood Razor is pretty good. Cold Light into Sleep with the Fishes is pretty good. Cold Light into... So that's 2, 3... 3 to 12 is not good enough. Armor Smith is really bad. Dirty Rat's pretty bad. Yeah. We'll get rid of this 1/1 here. We don't need any of that. No more of these taunts. Yes, we have completely revealed what it is our game plan is. But I feel like we needed cards. We needed resources. Oh, Ultimate Infestation. Thank you for that card draw. Let's see how we do this now. Maybe we still get run over, actually. Yeah, this is just going to be a little bit much for us, won't it? Maybe not. Oh, no, maybe. Yeah, maybe we still lose horribly. We trade, and then play the Direhorn Hero Power? So at least we don't die to another swipe or another ultimate infestation. We also have to very much worry about now just getting completely flooded out of the game, though, with Brawl. Or with tons of Jades. Which is why we would have loved to have been able to play the Skulking Geist earlier. Ooh, this could end up being horrible for us. Horrible, I say. We'll see. We'll totally see, though. And we still have a big 6-9 on board. So there's still... This is still here. Oh, boy. Okay. That's totally something. Those are definitely cards. Okay. What do we need more of right now? We need taunts. If we Geist, what else do we do? Like, we can't Dead Man's Hand. We're way too far away. We can't draw anymore with our Cold Light. Yeah, if this War Axe was anything else, we'd be okay. If the War Axe was 2 also, we'd be a little bit better shape. Oh, it was in the deck. So that's okay. How much is this? This is 3? Oh, I think we're dead this turn. Yeah, we're probably dead this turn, actually. Opponent's going to be able to attack through. Then hero power, plus a swipe, plus this last one is going to be 8 damage. That's too bad. Maybe we should have just played the Geist earlier to have a bigger minion. But I really understand the idea of trying to hide it, but kind of got too late here. We still fell too far behind, yeah. Swipe does us in with this big hero power now. 3 attack. That's okay. Masterful. There's no need for that. Little BM is fine. We're playing a tough deck. We're playing a challenging deck here. There's no doubt about that. I think I want to get rid of those. I want to get rid of those weapons right now. Fiery, a War Axe. Draw. What other draws do we have? Drawing weapons from our deck. No, thank you. Let's get another one of these, and then let's get the... Are we going to go way too much late game now? To have the Scourge Lord? No, this is fine. We have more draw now. If we're going to have 2 of these, though, I don't want the Shield Slam. I want... where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Whirlwind. There we go. Okay. Let's try this version out for size. Maybe there's too much going on now, to be honest, but... maybe that'll be okay. And did we update the image? Yes, we did. And going up against Paladin, why not? Why not some Paladin now? Maybe this is going to be Murlocs? Maybe it'll be Murlocs, so we need some of our early game. Oh, some of our very limited early game Armor Smiths. Whirlwind. There's a Whirlwind. And Death Knight. Excellent. Very traditional, very traditional early game here. And we pass. And yeah, this is okay. This is potentially okay. Coining out a 2/2 Murloc. That draws a secret. That discovers a secret, excuse me. That's a really good card, actually. That is a very good card. Hydrologist. And had the Murloc tribe. I was so surprised with the whole Murlocs going the Paladin route. Maybe Maybe I was surprised with them, the Murlocs going Shaman route as well. Although maybe the Shaman makes much more sense with the WoW lore, to be honest. Oh, giving a friendly Murloc +1/+1. That's not very friendly at all. Wish we had a coin right now. What do we want to top deck? Acolyte of Pain. Cold Oracle. Okay. Now we get to start playing turn 4. It's like we're playing a more classic priest style deck, the way we're just passing every early... all these early... Oh my goodness. That's just too much. Oh, are we going to lose now? Probably. So if this is get down, we probably lose, right? I think we do. Let's find out. And Noble Sack it is. So this means we now take 8 damage on this turn. It is well played. Yeah, this might be well played if there's like a Murloc War Leader. There was nothing we could have done about that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Wind Fury and we lose? Oh no. This has been awful. Oh, +3 attack is also awful. What else do we need to find right now? What can help us? What can help us? Oh wow, this is really bad. I guess we need to find our other Blood Razor. Slam is another card that's okay. Okay, we can squelch that down right now. So we can clear this way. The issue is this is using a lot of our AoE. And we weren't able to activate any of the draws from Acolyte, which we would normally need to be running, like, all of those comp cards. Like, all those AoEs we want to combo with Acolyte, which we actually had in hand, but we weren't able to use because our opponent had an awesome start. That's crazy. Such a simple start, right? Coin Hydrologist, Rockpool Hunter, Gentle Megasaur, win. Okay, so if this is now Repentance, we lose as well. But we have to go for it. Okay, so we have a chance. Although Equality True Silver beats us. A lot of things actually beat us right now, to be honest. Lots of things cause us to lose. That's a really good card as well. This Paladin's got it all going on. What do we need? We could use a Brawl, maybe? We play Armorsmith and win the Brawl? Is one way that we can actually win this right now? There is nothing we can do. Is there? No. That's too bad. That is too bad. Oh, falling back down to the rank floor. That's sad. We're doing well with the deck at first. That's okay. This is the tough deck. And I feel like I've made misplays basically even in the wins. So, you know, that happens sometimes. Especially with this type of deck. This is not an easy thing. It's definitely a more challenging type of deck here. And here we once again need some early game. We need Whirlwind, we need Armorsmith, we need Slam is okay. But Slam is definitely not ideal whatsoever. Ravaging Ghoul can be good. Hey, there's an Armorsmith. As long as we dodge the poisonous adaptation right now, we actually, I would say we have a chance. I don't want to say we're in a good spot, but we'll have a chance. Oh, what is that doing here? All right. All right. We are off to the races. We'll gain 1 armor, and we will gain 2 armors. All right, and we have a 3-3 on board. So that's actually, I think, an okay position right now, going up against Hunter. And with the style of mill, oh my goodness. Well, that's the worst one that could have gotten hit, because we can't do anything about it. If it was any other card, we would just slam and attack. All right. Gotta hope for the best now. What would be the best? I guess not Houndmaster? As opponent finds their Houndmaster. Whirlwind. Whirlwind is a card. This is 3, 4, 5. Not enough. That's okay. We can find something else. Blood Razor top deck. Okay. This is horrible. Oh, we'll just slam this down now. Should have done the slam first to try and get that extra draw, but I was really hoping we were going to... be able to find something that would have helped us kill the old bear shark. Oh my goodness. We could be in huge trouble right now. +3 attack. That is not a good thing, I've heard, actually. I've actually heard minions with +3 attack. It's not good when they hit you in the face. I guess we brawl. Did I win? Is there ever any way to know? I heard there was a way originally earlier on in Hearthstone to know if you had won the brawl. No, that didn't. Yeah, that was an error. Let's squelch this guy. We're still obviously very close to getting lethaled out of the game. Yep, that's not good for us. Hey, Firefly, get out of here. We'll leave the cute one alive. Sleep with the fishies. We'll do this. We armor up every single time. Play the armor. There we go. Okay, and we gain 5 armor next turn, so that's something. The issue is our opponent has a whole ton of resources, and we've already burnt our... We already high-rolled our first brawl, our first and only brawl, I should say. So we're not in a good spot. But yeah, Savannah High Mana basically at any point is bad news. Oh! Oh! Do we actually get to take care of this minion right now? Oh, perfect. And by perfect, I mean at least we live 1 more turn. Hey, Dead Man's Hand. That's cool. Are we going to use one of the charges? We're going to use one of the charges on face now, because I don't expect that we're going to use too many charges on minions, despite the fact that this has a super cool effect on minions. We just don't have a lot of health, and we don't have many more armor generators left. So we could just basically be in trouble. Hey, Dispatch Kodo. That's not cool at all. Is this the coin now? No, Crazed Alchemist. Oh, that doesn't matter. Do you know how this works? Are we just gonna Dead Man's Hand now, even though it's awful? The question is, do we bother with the Dead Man's, or do we just want the draw? I think we just want the draw, because we need to wait for our second Cold Light now for the Dead Man's. We're going to do this, get a whole bunch of draw and a little bit more armor. And that is now going to be something. There we go. Dire Horns are nice. Skulking Geist, could do without you, to be honest. Okay. This was at least a turn. It negated this turn's, our opponent's hero power from this turn. So there, we have that going on for us at least. Oh, please, the 2-1. There we go. There we go. Not Charger. There, oof, yes. Thank you. Firefly. Very, very interesting positioning our opponent's doing here. It's almost like they want us to succeed, I think. How do we do this now? We'll do this. I think this is a relatively, honestly, a straightforward turn. We gain our 2 health. We clear our opponent's board. Can we afford? We go 8. We can't, honestly. We can't even draw right now. Because we have too many cards. Okay. Okay. Somehow we have fought back into this Hunter game. I didn't think it was possible, giving up our hero power so early, but... Oh, that's awful. We still gain the armor, right? Twice? There we go. Is that our last one? I think it is. That's too bad. Houndmaster, it's kind of terrifying. Let the pain speak to me. Shield block is actually okay for us right now. That's also actually okay for us, isn't it? We're just going to trade this one off. And again, we still cannot battle rage because I don't want to burn any of our cards. Back up to 14 as well, somehow. Luke, you got to run? All right, man. Have a good one. I'll be around. I'm going to be around for another half an hour. I'll see you around. Thanks for the suggestion of the deck. This was, and definitely thanks for the tips along the way. I appreciate that. Had a blast today. We did this. I feel like we're just in so much trouble with the way that this deck is going. My goodness. Okay, we're going to Dead Man's now. Just because, like, we need to get things out of our... We got to get things out of our way. And every card we play draws us more. So we're just going to hope our opponent doesn't mill us or have any great removal. Oasis Snapjaw, not an excellent card. From what I've heard, this is not an excellent... Good in Arena. Great in Arena, actually. Have we played both of our Dire Horns? I think we're just going to N'Zoth right now. And our opponent does want to give us that one. Oh my goodness. What do we not? We do not want to see Cold Light Oracle. Skulking Geist, that's totally fine. Now this is pretty good. Now we're in a pretty good spot. Oh, this is pretty nice. Yep, hero power. Our opponent should have been hero powering every turn, to be honest. They would have been in much, much better situation if they had been. Sleep with the friends? Sleep with the fishies. How do we want to do this? Do we want to cycle a couple times? We can cycle this one. Okay, let's get rid of Sleep with the Fishies. Let's get rid of this one. I want to play... Let's destroy all of the 1-drops. Let's see if there's anything that goes. We got nothing. Got nothing. That has to go away, and then we'll just attack with the rest. I can't believe we managed to... This is a world record comeback here from how bad position we were on board. Oh, I can't believe it. That was an amazing game. That was a really good game. Somehow we were able to fight back and stabilize there. That was really, really cool. Thank you, Death Knight Garrosh. Even though you're evil. How much more time do we have? Time for 1-2 more games, I think? Couple more games, let's call it. We'll call this a couple more games. Hunter again, same one? Different one. So we know the game plan here is draw no early game. Draw no early game removal. And then high roll a brawl. And then somehow hold on to win when you have no more armor generators. Pretty simple. I think it's a pretty simple strategy. And honestly, sometimes I don't know why people don't just do it more often. Hey, there's Dead Man's Hand. I'm going to remove these minions. Because our opponent kept this card, and there's a good chance it's that what's that one called? Crackling Razor Maw that we just saw like destroy us like 18 times in a row. So we don't want to deal with that. This is a 2/2, even better. Jordan 2/2? I think he retired. We'll just go ahead and coin this out because we have a whole bunch of 3-drops. Mostly, well, not a whole bunch, but we have 2. So that's a type, 2's a type of a bunch, right? So we have at least a Ravaging Ghoul here, which at the very least will activate. Oh boy, never mind. Not going to activate anything. There's an Azoth. I was hoping we were going to say, we get to activate at least our Acolyte of Pain, but yeah. Eaglehorn Bow, very good. Now actually Eaglehorn Bow is better than Fiery War Axe, right? Both 3 mana, 3/2 weapons. Plus you have this super cool when secrets are revealed, gain durability. Hey, Bear Shark. We do not want any Bear Shark action in here. Armor Smith. Ooh, Armor Smith, Armor Smith. Let's go with that shield block. Double Armor Smith. Yikes. What do we need to find now? We need to find our Ravaging, our Blood Razor. Oh boy. Oh my. Yeah, finding Blood Razor would be excellent, but even here it wouldn't clear the board right now. Armor made to fit. Ooh, we are in a little bit of trouble. There's no doubt about that. The 2/4. Oh boy, instead of 5/2. Ooh, we really need some more of those AoEs right now, don't we? How much trouble are we actually in right now? Oh boy. 10 to face. 12 to face. 15 to face. 17 to face. It's a pretty good turn. I think that's a pretty good turn. 4 plus a 2. We'll call that. Yeah, we'll get a couple armors off of that. And then I think we just sleep with the fishies. We're not going to bother attacking, dealing with any of that nonsense. Okay, so both of our opponents, both of their weapons are gone. Well, at least I assume they're not running any other weapons, to be honest. People could be running other crazy weapons, but... Oh my. That is a little bit scary. Unleash the Hounds for 2. Goes 1, 2. This goes 4, 6. Hit. I'm dead to Unleash the Hounds. Snake? Okay. I'm honestly, we're dead to kill command anyways, so there's no point in playing around it now. And the only, yeah, it's, yeah. It didn't matter. Oh, that's too bad. We almost stabilized 2 games in a row there. Oh, that's too bad. Hey, that was a short game. We have time for one more. At least. Yeah, it's not, we're definitely not expecting to be able to stabilize multiple times in a row. I don't think this deck does well against aggro at all. Although I think we did well against Rogue earlier on, didn't we? Now I say that, you know, we're seeing this Rogue and then, although it was a slightly different deck list, right? I feel like this one's kind of stretched out a little bit. Having a couple one-ofs, perhaps. Maybe too many, like the Whirlwind, Ravaging Ghouls trying to do too much. Skulking Geist obviously is going to be a one-of, so are the legendaries at the top of the deck, but Hey, we got a slam here. We got our weapons. Maybe we'll be okay this game. It's one of those things where we got to avoid our dead man's hands. Dead man's hand. As long as we can. But... Swashbuckler. No patches. Patches is in hand? Oh, that's too bad for our opponent. They can't enjoy that. Dead man's hand. We do not want that right now. I think I made this play last time and I did it properly last time, didn't I? Oops. I think I was supposed to not... Oh, okay. And it worked out. Somehow we get rewarded for our slight recklessness there. With... Oh, Armorsmith is actually okay, isn't it? Armor made to fit. There we go. Oh, Ravaging Ghoul would have been an even better top deck, but that's okay. We should be able to clear the deck here. Or clear the deck, yeah. Clear the board. Clear the deck of all these pirates. Yeah, our opponent's probably a little bit confused as to what the heck it is that we're doing. Oh, Elemental Rogue. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, give me all of the armor. I want more. Excellent. So we're going to clear the board right now and draw a whole heck of a lot of cards, I think. 2 is a whole heck of a lot. Shield block is pretty good. And we're up to 7, 8 cards now, so that's also a very good. Dead Man's Hand. Ooh, both of them in hand very early. That's unfortunate. It's going to clog up our hand and make our draws a little bit more awkward. One good thing I think about this matchup, though, is the fact that we have Skulking Geist, and we do have the potential... Oh. That's just... I mean, that's just, you know, 3 mana, deal 3 to face for our opponent, skip their turn. So, that is something that's happening right now. Armor made to fit. We're going to go ahead and draw off of ourselves. Gain 1 armor, Mountain Fire armor. And we'll hit that AoE once again. We did have the option, actually, of hitting our opponent. I really don't know why we didn't. I think I was just trying to do way too, like, advanced of a play there that ended up being actually very bad. Hey, that's awful as well. Okay. So, let's find that execute. Top deck execute. Oh, boy. Okay, how do we do this instead? Are we just going to have to take a whole bunch of damage? Yeah. Means we have no whirlwinds, but it also means our opponent... Oh, our opponent isn't running Cold Blood. Okay, I thought this was going to really help us out, because I thought it was going to eliminate our opponent's Cold Bloods. Ooh, so this might mean we're actually in a lot worse shape than I was hoping. And if that's the case, well then, oops. Yeah. That is not a good thing. Fire Plume to face. Wow, very aggressive here. Oh, gonna have some sort of removal. Maybe a Sapit. Oh, SI. SI with the 4-2 trade. 4-2 trade is nice. Top deck, Sleep with the Fishes, please. We can clear this every time. Direhorn's pretty nice, but I feel like we need something better. This also helps us ensure that we can do, well, no, it doesn't ensure anything, actually. I feel like we needed to remove some of that damage from board, even though we're still in a weak position right now, especially with the fact that... Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is not going to be able to get taken care of unless we get execute. Oh, 1 turn late, friend. Oh, there's nothing we can do here. Unless... I mean, we said we needed the execute. I just don't know how we're going to deal with this afterwards. Yeah, I mean, that's the only way we're going to be able to survive this turn, right? So that's still 9 on board. Oh, boy. I don't want this to be our last game. We need to have a way better last game than this. 10 health. Our opponent could be running Evis because we haven't seen Kesseleth. Whatever the 2 mana 2/2 is that buffs the rest of your deck. We haven't seen that card yet. Oh, King Mosh. Excellent. That's not terrifying at all. How do we do this then? This is 3 + 6. This clears the board. I'll take it. Not the most glamorous of plays. I'm going to go ahead and attack once just so we can activate the AoE for the following turn if needed. I think. I don't know that we're going to be able to do this, but that's okay. This is 8, 9, 10. Okay, a couple Dire Horns out there. I feel like getting armor is going to be more important right now than getting both of the taunts, because our opponent had a really strange turn there. So we still have quite a bit of power on board right now. I want to armor up a few more turns before we end up activating Scourgelord. Okay. Yeah, that's terrifying. How do we do this? How do we do this? Yeah, maybe the double Direhorn would have been significantly better. Oh, Shadow Steppage. Reduced by 2. Reduced by 2. Right? So it goes down to 3 mana. I think we're going to take this trade. Whoa, sorry, hit the mic. And then what we're going to want to do is we are going to want to armor up. Or we just play into it. No, let's armor up here. Yeah, we play around it for a little bit here. Oh, we have so many good top decks now. Even bringing back our N'Zoth. Actually, if we top deck a N'Zoth. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Why? I think we hero power Scourgelord, to be honest. We have 7 cards left. We still have quite a bit of draw in there. We have no more armor generator, so maybe we just want a hero power. We're up to 14, though. What is this going to be? An attack, something else, plus an Evis? I'm trying to figure out why it is that our opponent's done this. Because this is just a very, very easy target. That's a very, very easy target for our opponent. Like I'd really like if we top deck Cold Light, I guess we could Dead Man's. I don't want to be giving our opponent cards right now. Just I think that's a really, really bad thing to do when we're very much still on our heels and we know that one of our minions gets removed. Okay, here we go. There's no Cold Light. Bone Mare's bad. Yeah, Bone Mare's bad. Okay. Okay. No doubt about it. If we develop this, how would that turn have gone differently, though? 1, 7, and a 3. So we couldn't have done both. Couldn't have done both. Yeah, it might have been better to play the Matriarch here on this last turn. Doesn't help that much. I mean, it cycles it out of my way, but... Oh, shoot. This is, I think, yeah, that was hoping to high roll something that we weren't going to get anyways. Oh, that was a silly play, I think. Okay, we do this knowing that we're going to eat the... Oh, no, we know where we just probably gave ourselves a loss. Yeah, that was the wrong play. I regret that. I definitely regret that one there. That was a silly play. Because we're at 1 health right now on board when we know our opponent has the answer there. Yeah, we should have done it with the Scourgler. We would have taken no damage. We would have gained 5 health. We would have been 10 health higher. 11 health higher, because that was 6 we just took, actually. We would have been 11 health higher in the same board state. Yeah, so now we need to, like... Yeah, there's no way. What can we possibly do now? We need to super high roll a brawl again. Let's go. Yeah. Oh, what a ridiculous play I just made. Oh, I thought that was us for a second there. Yeah, that was me giving that game away. Oops. Oh, that's a big oops. I don't like being down at the rank floor. Are we gonna call it? Yeah, you know what? That's been streaming long enough. That is gonna be it for today. That's gonna be it for Dead Man's Hand Warrior. For now, at least. Maybe we'll go back to it. I definitely think I like the first deck version, the non-N'Zoth version more. Definitely had more success with that. Yeah, maybe we'll get back to it at some point. But for right now, I don't know what's going to be coming up next or when the next stream will be. But maybe Friday? Question mark? Not tomorrow, probably. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the subs. Subs? I don't know. It's been a while. Yeah, we'll continue to get those videos posted daily. And that's it for me. I'll see you next time. Keep your stick on the ice.